Hey, thank you for stopping by. It's been a really hot summer. I would say that we've had probably 3 to 6 weeks of pretty much intense heat. But we are trying to find some time to work in the garden a little bit and stay outside. We watched the hummingbirds yesterday, sat by the feeder, and enjoyed watching them come and go. In the garden, we noticed where the tomatoes are growing that there had been these big caterpillars, which I've since looked up and found out that they were called hornworms. I think there's a tobacco hornworm and a tomato hornworm, but this one here was kind of a nasty looking critter, and I left him there overnight, not realizing what he was. But the next day, I went out and saw half my tomato plants eaten, so I started pulling them off and throwing them into the yard. But I found out since then also that they can sting with that horn really bad. At least that's what I was told. So I'm glad that didn't happen. We've had a little bit of rain off and on. Sometimes it cools it down, and sometimes it gets a little bit hot if it rains and then all of a sudden the sun comes back out. I think that's kind of added to how hot it's been lately. We've been to the park. We've got a park across the way. They take really good care of it there. Ended up getting out as much as possible despite the heat. This is a little area in town that they grow a nice garden and have a nice place to walk. We went there, walked around a little bit on days that were slightly cooler. We like to try to get outside as much as possible. When it's super, super hot or super, super cold, it isn't always easy to do that. It's a little bit hard sometimes. This is in North Manchester, just down on Main Street. I hope you're enjoying your summer. I'm going to try to get back on here and post a video as soon as I can. So this is really cool. I've never used a gimbal before, and my friend Harold has lent me his gimbal for a couple of weeks to test it out, try it out, and see what I think of it. And it's a night and day difference. You wouldn't believe it. I usually just hold the iPhone or the camera and I move, try to move it as smooth as I can, but it's never really that steady or that perfect. But with a gimbal, some of the videos I've watched, you're able to like pan from the ground up, move it from side to side, and that gimbal holds that camera in position, which is really great. So I want to say thank you, Harold, for letting me borrow this and get familiar with it and use it. The likelihood that I'll end up getting one of these is probably about 100%. So I'm going to do a little bit of testing, walking around, filming things, using it on the end of a selfie stick. Also, I have it mounted to my tripod right now, and also Harold's kit came with a small thing to thread onto the bottom that has like a tripod, 3 feet that kick out, and so I can set it on things. So I'm going to try all of those things. And although this isn't a how-to video because I'm just now learning about how to use the gimbal, if there's any tips or features that I like or think would be useful to you, I'll definitely tell you. So, but thank you, Harold. I really appreciate it. And let's kind of walk around and do some testing.